project. Okay, let's click here. New project. Okay, start a new project. That's good. Then save project as, and then give yourself a name here. I'm just gonna call it Whiteboard Toot 2.2 just to be fancy, and I'm gonna click save. Okay, so now every time I go up here and I click save project, just in case Camtasia crashes or faults, not saying that that's going to happen with Camtasia, but with any video editing software, the most important thing you can do is to remember to constantly save your file, okay? Save your project, man, because otherwise you will spend a couple of minutes of work and it will crash and you just because, and then you're going to be a sad boy or girl, okay? Okay, so we got ourselves a brand new project over here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go import my media, okay? Now you'll see I've got two files here, Scribble Hand, it's a MPEG-4 movie, right? Or a video clip, and then I also have a wave sound file over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring those two in. Okay, now I have actually provided you with a link where you can go and download both these digital assets, both the sound and the video clip. Now look in the description below the video on YouTube and you'll find them there, okay? It's on Dropbox. Basically go there, upload it to your computer, put it in the file, okay? And then you go and start your own little project. And basically as you watch this video, in other words, you're going to have to come back to the video, right? But go and get the files and get yourself sorted so that you know where you've saved them, and then start a project and upload them, okay? So that you can work along with me, okay? So that you see what I do and then you do it as well, okay? This is what I tell myself, the way I like to learn. When I'm doing it, I call it monkey see, monkey do, because I see what other people are doing and then I do it myself. Yeah, so go ahead and get that done. If you already got that done, this is where you're going to be moving forward from, okay? Okay, now the very first thing here in the Camtasia project, you usually see that you can't change anything in the viewer here. Not just yet. And the reason for that is because you don't actually have anything in the layers yet. You see in the bottom in the editor, there's nothing in here yet, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this track over here and I'm going to call it text, okay? And the reason for that is because this is where my handwritten text is going to be. Okay, so let's get cracking over here. First thing we're going to do is click on callouts and we're going to say add a callout, and the type of callout I want to have is text. Okay, now the next thing I do here is I put in some text over here. It says, hi, my name is Steve. Okay, what did I do over here? I messed up. My name is Steve. There we go, much better. Now you can't see this text over here. Okay, and the text is not showing up because it's obviously black text on a black background. Okay, but now that we've got something in here, we'll actually be able to make some changes to our viewer. So let's just first make sure that the text doesn't have a fade in, fade out, because we don't need any of that. And now let's go over here to our viewer and make our changes. What you want to do is pick your dimensions. In my case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with 1080p HD. See my dimensions over here, and here's a background color. And for a whiteboard video, obviously you want a white background, right? Now the text call out over here, you see it's still dark blue, which means that's the one I'm working on. I want to basically make sure that it is large enough in this direction. You see, as soon as you reach your edge of your clip, you see the yellow line comes up. It says you're right there, right? And if you want to come down to the middle, you'll see that you get a cross right there. It says now your text is right in the middle of the entire screen, which is exactly where I want it to be. But you see the text is still very small, right? Not a problem. I'm going to highlight my text over here. I'm going to highlight the font size over here. And in my case, what I want to do is I want to type in 80. Now it says, hi, my name is Steve right over there. But because we want to do a whiteboard video where you actually have the hand come up that looks like writing, right? This doesn't exactly look like a type of font that is written by a hand. So what I'm going to do is keep this highlighted over here. And I'm going to go look for a font that looks a little bit more handwritten. Let's see, I like this one. Okay, we're gonna keep that one right there. Hi, my name is Steve. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to make sure there's no shadow, because you know a whiteboard script doesn't have shadow. Let's highlight that and let's put that in bold. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And yes, it's center, it's center and center. And the reason for that is because I want my text to be the main focus here, right? This is what I want to have people pay attention to, is when they look at the screen, they want to see that text. So I don't want the text to be at the very top or the very bottom or something too left or right. I want it to be right in the middle. Alright, so this is our first layer. Okay, so the next layer we're going to do here is we're going to add another call out here. But this time I'm going to pick a box, just a square or rectangular box. And I want to make sure, again, no shadow. And I want to make sure it's, well, let's do a light gray so we can see it and know where it is, okay? Light gray, light gray. And then what I want to do here is I want to see it's got no fade in, no fade out. Now let's drag it so it is there. Let's drag it to the just where you see the text start. See there? Okay, and the other thing I want to do is I want to make sure, see the yellow line, that it is also in the middle. Okay, now let's make sure it's longer over there. Now, visual properties over here. Just want to make sure it says scale 317%. Well, that's fine. Opacity, okay, it's not opaque or anything like that. That's cool. Okay, so now this is going to be our cover. Okay, so I rename this. Okay. Now the text, you can set the duration of the text to remain on the screen for as long as you want, and you can do exactly the same with the cover. See, this is covering the text, okay? Now you'll understand why we're doing all of these things in a second here, okay, but just bear with me, okay? So the cover and the text, you can decide how long they stay there. Okay, the thing that you cannot decide how long it stays there is going to be the scribble hand, which is the next one we're going to bring in over here. Bring that in there. Now we rename this to hand. Okay, this just helps us keep track of what we're doing here, okay? So now let's play our hand scribble over here. See how the hand comes up and the thumb stays exactly in the same place? What I did is I actually recorded my own hand in front of a green screen. And you'll see how it comes up to almost the middle of the screen, right? Which is a little handy because that's where obviously my text is going to be. Okay, and see that the thumb stays stationary. I basically used HitFilm to Express to do a track shot and then stabilize my hand so that my thumb doesn't move. And I did all of that so that we'll easily be able to animate this hand now. But before we do, what we need to do here is we need to actually remove the green screen, okay? So what we're gonna do, go over to Visual, remove a color, and even though the green is an option over there, I always like to use the eye droplet. Take that, drop it in there. Now what you want to do is you want to zoom in just a little and then play with your tolerances here and then see if you can come up with a nice key, okay? You shouldn't have any problems because I did do a good job at making sure that this is reasonably well keyed. Now you'll see if we look at our hand, we'll put that one side and we'll remove the cover and the actual text. You'll see that the hand's a little small for the text, right? So what I want to do here is I actually want to increase the size by simply dragging this a little bit. Right, and then what I want to do is I want to bring the hand right up over here. See where it goes up and then starts getting ready to write? I want to bring that in there so that the hand is right over the text and it looks about the right size. And then we want to move this bad boy in over there again, right? Because we made this line match there, right? So we almost certainly can be able to tell where that should be. And it's easy because I know that the yellow line pops up again, tells me it's in the middle. Now let me see, the hand needs to be about here somewhere, I believe. Right there. See, everything works with a center. That yellow cross tells me that I'm more or less the right place where I need to be, okay? But obviously what you can do is you can take these out, take that out so you don't see it anymore, right? Click on the little eyeball and then make sure that you're actually correct, okay? Okay, now you can change the duration of the white, you can the actual cover, you can change the duration of the text as in how long it stays on the screen, but you cannot change the video clip. Okay, now the video clip is actually very easy. You see the hand comes up, right? Gets ready to write, and then you'll see it starts going and it does its little righty thing, right? Wiggle, 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 okay? Very cool, and then it'll disappear again. So it goes off screen. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to make an animation, but the first animation we're going to make is actually on the cover. So what we do is we click on this, make sure you're on visual properties over here, then click add animation. What you want to do is you want to drag the little blue dot and then drag the yellow dot out over here. Okay, and now what we want to do here is keep that there for a second. We want to move up with frames by clicking the little arrow over here until we see the hand come up and then the hand comes down. So hand up, hand down, right there, right? And this is where I want to now put my animation dot over here. See this little dot over there? Little white dot, I want to line it right up with where the scrubber is, or the player head is right now. Because that is obviously where the animation is going to start, right there. Right? Because as the hand starts to write from left to right, I want the cover to move off and reveal the text. And this is basically how we do this, okay? The cover reveals the text and the hand just moves along so that we can pretend that the hand that's actually moving from left to right with the cover is in fact creating the text. Okay, but now our animation hasn't quite started yet. So what we want to do here is we want to put the scrubber head before the little dot. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to click on the blue dot and it says duration 316. Might be a little bit long because if you were to read hi, my name is Steve, probably take just a little bit less than 3 seconds to actually write that. Well, about 3 seconds should be correct. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move the scrubber head to the other side of the blue dot over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to move the position over here. Right? See the number over here, position over here on the x-axis? I'm just going to basically move that up until I get to the part where it says hi, my name is Steve, right there. Okay? Now see, as I'm making changes over here, the blue dot is also flicking around on the bottom here, right? See that over there? It's telling me that I'm animating this part over here. Okay, so let's see. First, let's close the hand so we don't see it. Now let's actually play the video and see if the cover is coming off the text at around about the right speed. Hi, my name is Steve. That's about right. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this right back over here where the little dot is. Maybe we should highlight, make this a little bigger so you can see. Right where the dot is, I put the scrubber right back over there. Now I'm going to highlight the text Make sure we can actually see it again. Okay. There it is. Okay, and now I'm going to click Add Animation. We're going to do exactly the same thing with the hand. So we're going to take that over there. Okay, and then we're going to move all the way to over here where the text stops, right? And I'm going to take this animation all the way to here. 303, what do we have over here? 306. 307, that's very close. Okay, and now in order to edit this animation, I need to put the scrubber head on this side of the blue dot, and now move my hand. You'll see as I do this, it'll pick up speed. So that my hand is exactly the same place where the gray is. Okay, now let's play our video. You see how the hand stays there and keeps scribbling for a little while? As soon as we're actually done here, we come to the blue dot. Right, now you see the hand staying on the same place because the animation is ended, right? Right after the end of the animation, what we want to do is we want to cut this right there. And what we want to do is we want to scrub along to where you see the hand come down. Okay, highlight that, cut it. You delete the part over here where the hand was just hovering around stationary like. Okay, and now let's play it again and see how that works. Hi, my name is Steve. There goes the hand, gone. So the only other thing to do now is to actually pick this over here. Right, go back to callouts. Okay, so what you can do here is you can right click and say edit callout, and then go pick the color here to make sure that's white and the border is white. Make sure no shadow, right? Okay, now play your video. Oops, what's happening? There we go. Alright, play the video. You see the hand comes up, it says, hi, my name is Steve, and goes down. Now, you can actually slow down this clip a little bit if you want to get it to be a little bit more realistic. What you can also do is you can also play. You can also play with the actual size of the hand, so the scribbling action is a little bit better, okay? But now what we want to do here, oops. What we want to do here is we want to sell this feature. We want to make sure it is actually believable, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to put this and go over here, clip in, and I've got my scribble sound over here that I'm going to put in over there, and I'm going to say, name that scribble sound, okay? So let's go make sure our sound is actually correct. All right, you see the hand come up. Let's go back. That's more or less where it starts. All right, and it ends, remember, over here where the hand then goes down, right? The hand disappears, it goes down towards below the screen. So what we know is that the scribble sound needs to end over there. Take that out like so, and if we are to play this and listen to our video, you'd actually hear that scribble sound. Let's see if I can actually get that. Okay, well now it sounds a little wonky. I'll just be honest with you, right? But it is still believable. In other words, what you can go do here is So you can actually go and change your volume just a little bit, go make it less noticeable, but so that it is there, so that people can actually see. Here comes the hand, there goes the sound, and here comes the text. Okay, and that's really all there is to it. All this is a simple game of animating a hand holding a pen that does the scribble action, and then revealing the text as the hand moves over, and then making sure that you edit the hand so that it doesn't stand on one place for too long and scribble. Okay, so that as soon as it gets to the end of where your text is, that you then cut it and then bring in the part of where the hand moves down. Okay, so I believe that that is just about everything you need to know about the whiteboard video and how to create the hand coming up and writing it. And I did provide you with these two assets. Now, of course, if you want to, you can go get your own green card or a green stock, a paper stock, right? Put it down on a table, light it properly, put your hand above the table, with the camera above the table, and your hand obviously, and then make that scribble action yourself. Videotape your hand doing it. Use the function in Camtasia to remove that green, and then also go and get your own sound effect by simply recording it onto a microphone and then combining these things. Okay, so in Camtasia, here's your whiteboard text. Can quite easily be done, right? All you have to do is go and create your own assets, and then this way obviously you come up with something that's completely unique and original. So that's it, guys. My name is Steve Potts. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I know it did carry on a little bit longer than you might have wanted to. If you like to see more of these videos, please let me know. If you have any other questions about Camtasia, please post them in the comments below. If you like this kind of stuff, dudes, please hit subscribe, and then you'll be able to see me do more of these little tricks over here to be able to use Camtasia to do a lot more than just screencast videos. Okay? All right, my name is Steve Potts again, and Steve out.